Good morning! We are down to our last week in Buenos Aires, which is very sad. I have loved being here so much, but we're about to embark on a whole road trip that I'm gonna take you guys along with me for anyway, so you'll see the whole thing. But just off to go get a coffee at our favorite coffee shop because it may be one of the last times. It's so sad that we're leaving right now because it's just starting to kind of feel like home. Like we have favorite coffee shops, favorite restaurants, like little favorite neighborhoods, favorite streets, getting to know people at the gym. Like I feel like we're just starting to actually like settle in, and now we're leaving, but it's okay. It's been an adventure and I can always come back, which I hopefully fully plan to do at some point in the future. Two mochas acquired. So because we're leaving Buenos Aires very soon, we are squeezing in a ton of last minute adventures, and so we have an adventure plan today to the marshlands. That's not actually what it's called, but that's just what I've been calling it because that's what it is in my head. So we're gonna go there and we're running late, so Marissa doesn't have time to get breakfast, so Marissa is cobbling together a breakfast from various snacks and basically everything that we have left. So in addition to the coffee for breakfast, I'm having an apple, gonna have some mixed nuts. We got some walnuts, almonds, cashews, and hazelnuts, yes. And then I also have this like chocolate granola that I got at this cool like little health food store place the other day. So haven't tried it. We'll see. Actually, let's just try it right now. Let's see how it is. It's interesting. This is a different texture than granola that I'm used to, but I'm not mad about it. I like it. So, this is breakfast. Just gonna bring these as a snack and snack as I'm hungry, I suppose. Also, real quick, before I go adventure, I suppose I should mention that as of today that this video is being uploaded, you have like a day and a half left to register for Fat Loss 101. So if you want to get into the course, make sure you register. I won't be running this course again until sometime next year. So like, make sure you sign up if you want to get into Fat Loss 101 this year. If you've ever wanted to work with me and have me help you through your fitness journey and answer every single question that you might have, this is your opportunity. I'm only taking like very limited one-on-one clients moving forward, like special circumstance one-on-one clients. So this is the way to have me answer all of your questions, is to sign up for Fat Loss 101. So, you know, if you want to, do it. If you don't, that's okay too. Thank you so much to everyone who has signed up so far. It's been amazing seeing all of your smiling faces in the Facebook forum and all of you introducing yourselves. Like, I know this is gonna be an amazing group. You guys already seem so excited to be there and like so supportive and friendly, and I think this is gonna be an amazing experience. So yeah, fatloss101.com if you want to sign up. You have like a day and a half left, so get on it. Y'all, my boyfriend just made me run half a mile to get to this little ecological reserve on time. Turns out closed all day today, so I just did cardio for no good reason. It also highlighted to me how much I really should be doing more cardio in general, which I suppose brings me to a point that I wanted to bring up and share with you all, which is that when we commence this road trip, I'm no longer gonna have a gym membership. So great way to end Project Comeback is with me immediately stopping working out at the gym. But here is the great thing about having just done Project Comeback is I'm now, like, I feel like I'm in the swing of things. I want to exercise consistently no matter what that looks like. So that might look like a 15-minute jog in the morning, or like 20 minutes of animal flow in a hotel room or something like that. So I am quitting the gym again, starting in like a week, and we're just gonna play it by ear, day by day, see what happens. But I want to try to exercise somewhat consistently, even though it is going to be very difficult on the road, going place to place, stopping in like one place for like a day and then continuing on. So we'll see what happens. This is why it's so critical to build fitness into your lifestyle, because then when you hit road bumps, like a road trip, it doesn't feel like a daunting thing that's like throwing you off the wagon. It's just like, this is a thing that's happening and I'm gonna figure out how to work around it and do my best to continue living my lifestyle that I enjoy living, that I have been practicing, and just do the best I can with what I have, rather than feeling like doomed and guilty because I won't be able to exercise as consistently or do the kind of programming that like I prefer to do and that makes me happiest. Like I'm just doing the best I can, and that's okay. So we missed out on the ecological reserve, but we found this really cool little flea market and we're gonna explore. It's granola snack time. So pretty. Coca-Cola owns everything all over the world. This is such a cute little area. So apple granola and nuts was not enough. I am very hungry. So I stopped and got myself some sushi. It was just there and easy and fast. So I got that. This is exactly what I need to hold me over until I can get my hands on some dinner, hopefully soonish. I am starving. So we made it to one of our absolute favorite restaurants for dinner. I got this ginger mint lemonade slushy thing, which looks divine. And then as an appetizer, we got this grilled provolone, which we've gotten before, and it's literally one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. That's just like a hunk of cheese covered in tomato sauce and caramelized onions, and it is heaven in a skillet. And then of course, they have gluten-free bread because everywhere here has gluten-free bread because they're absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna be dipping some of this into some of that.
Wow.
And this is our actual meal. We got 2 amazing waffles. I got a little savory gluten-free waffle with a little egg, avocado, mushroom, onion, greens, and the boyfriend got the dulce de leche banana waffle. This one has gluten, so I will not be partaking in this, unfortunately. But holy moly, could you imagine a more beautiful meal? No. My boyfriend and I believe that those waffles should be illegal. They are way too good. We've been there a couple times before. They have a waffle covered in chocolate ganache, little chocolate cake bites, some sprinkle, and ice cream, and it's literally like death and heaven all at the same time. Like, I don't know who thought it was okay to make waffles that insane, but they're insane. I might have to move to Buenos Aires just so that I can have those waffles in my life. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys, sorry, I'm playing with this little curl because look at how well this little curl curled. It's not actually that great, but I wanted to give you guys a quick little skin update because I've been getting questions about my skin. I'm not gonna rehash everything, but for those of you who are new around here, a couple years ago I went through something called topical steroid withdrawal. It was just death. Not like waffle death, but like actual my body falling apart. I felt like I was dying. I was concerned I might die for a little bit, kind of death. And I did like a lot of bad stuff to my skin, and it took about a year to heal from. And since then, I've been like on average like 97.8% healed. And for the most part in the last year or so, the only problem area that my skin has had has been my right hand specifically. It would just go like on and off of getting like super dry to the point of like actually cracking and bleeding and then getting better again and just kind of going through cycles of that. But other than that, in the last year, my skin has been really good all over. And I was actually pretty darn convinced that coming to Argentina would stick me at like 100% skin healed 24/7 because I am somewhat convinced that I'm just allergic to Southern California, and that the only way to heal my skin 100% would be to just leave Southern California, which I don't really want to do. And this has just been evidenced by the numerous times that I've left Southern California, like temporarily, and my skin has gotten drastically better, and then I'll come back and it will get worse again, regardless of like what house I've lived in and stuff like that. Like, this has been trial over the years, not just like in my current house. So it's not like there's something in my current house that I'm allergic to, but like this has been a case at my parents' house. Even when I was in college, I would leave, go to Boston, come back, and when I would come back, I would react. And this is true at my old house in LA, it's true at my current house in LA, so it just seems to be like a Southern California thing. I don't know, but like my boyfriend and I went to Mexico for a week in January, and within that week, my skin completely 100% perfect. It was miraculous and beautiful, and then as soon as I got back, within a couple days, my skin started freaking out again. By freaking out, I just mean like my hand started getting like super dry again. And it hasn't really gotten worse than that. So I've been here and I expected my skin to be perfect. And that has not been the case. When I got here, my hand started like slowly getting better, and then it got worse again, and then it started slowly getting better, and then it got worse again. And in the last getting worse, my neck has also, you may have noticed throughout this video, I don't know, this lighting is, oh no, yeah, you can see. It's not great. Like, it's doing that weird crinkly dry thing that it does when it's really dry. Like, this is not normal Marissa neck. This is like really dry. You can see how like dry it is, how it's pulling on itself. Dry Marissa neck, and my face is starting to dry out, which is super fun. I have a couple theories as to why this is happening. One, I've been in the middle of a huge course launch, and I do know 100% that stress is a huge trigger for my skin. And so it could literally have just been the fact that I've been a little bit higher stress, at least as far as work goes, in the last few weeks. That definitely could have been the reason for like my skin starting to get worse the first time. And then now as it's gotten worse the second time with my face and my neck, I think it might be some of the products that I started using, because I ran out of my body wash and my face toner. And so I got new body wash here, and I read the ingredients, but I don't speak Spanish. So, you know, I could have gotten a couple things wrong. It seemed like it was a good option, but maybe it's just a body wash. Maybe my body doesn't like the body wash or the face toner. Like, I think my neck and my face started getting more dry when I started using the toner, which I spray on my face and neck. So like that would literally potentially just explain that. I've been trying to not use the toner and just like tap some water on my face before putting my like face oil on my face in the morning, and I think that I don't know, we'll see if that helps. And then I might just not use body wash for a couple days and see what happens, and just see if I remove those two things, if my skin gets better. But all this is to say, I am a little bit frustrated and disappointed that my skin didn't just like completely heal while I've been here. And it's actually like, my neck has not been this bad in a very long time, and I'm quite disappointed by that. But I'm not altogether surprised with using unknown new products on my skin and knowing I just have sensitive skin. And I'm also a little bit worried because I'm running out of the rest of my skincare products as well, and I don't know what I'm gonna replace those with. My skincare routine in general is very minimal. I use a toner and then like a hydrating oil thing in the morning, and then at night after I shower, I put on a different like face oily retinol-ish phytoretinol thing. I honestly don't even know. I got sent it and I started using it and my skin loved it, and I just keep using it. So I like, that's literally all I put on my face. And then like my shampoo and conditioner, which, oh no, I'm also using a different shampoo and conditioner. I trust that brand to be super clean, but maybe there's just a specific ingredient in it that my skin doesn't like. There's just a lot of new variables with my skin right now, and it's frustrating. Like, this is not fun. It's very uncomfortable. Anyway, I don't know what's happening. It's not super fun, but I'm not in like a ton of pain or anything. Like, it's manageable, it's fine. But I just figured I would give you guys that update because it is an update and people ask about my skin all the time. That is my skin update. We'll figure it out. Maybe my whole face will fall off and I'll just molt and end up in a new body.
So speaking of the gym and being consistent finally, and being excited to continue to at least try to be consistent with exercise on this road trip and for the rest of this South America adventure, I find that when I get into the groove and I get consistent and like I have the space to be consistent, I started to get really excited about setting new fitness goals, because you can't really, I mean, you can work towards goals if you're not being consistent, but it's really hard to work towards goals if you're not being consistent. And like, consistency is like the #1 thing that you need to reach fitness goals. And so once I have consistency implemented, I can start to like see all the different avenues that I could go down and things that I could like work on and try to accomplish. And so I don't know if I'm gonna set any specific goals right now, because again, I don't know how easy it's gonna be to be in any way, shape, or form consistent with anything other than like getting in workouts. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to consistently follow programming or anything like that, because it might just be like 15-minute workouts that are whatever I can do with whatever space that I have. But once I get back home and can be consistent with the gym or like with any fitnessy thing that I want to do, I'm really excited to like do some things. I don't know what yet, but part of me feels very strongly called to hiring a coach to like help me achieve something, like whether it be specifically mobility for my body and working through some of like the little issues that my body has, and like hiring like a physical therapist or just like a trainer who's specialized in that to kind of help me through that, or like working on flexibility and getting a program for that, or maybe like actually learning animal flow and signing up for the course thing. I don't know how people learn it, but I think there's like a thing with classes that you do. Taking those classes would be cool. I just really like the idea of like when I get home and can be consistent with my training to like hire someone or follow someone else's program to have some sense of direction, to also kind of like take it out of my hands. That's one of the most valuable things that I've found in like working with a coach. Like when I was on my fat loss journey, I hired a coach, and even though like I know how to lose fat myself, I've helped lots of people lose fat, like I know what to do. When you take it out of your own hands and just like give that responsibility over to someone else and like just do what they tell you, rather than feeling like you have to be responsible for the programming and the execution, for me it just makes it so much easier, and it takes out so much mental load that would otherwise be there, because you don't have to think about what you're doing, you just have to like do it. When there's someone else that you trust telling you what to do, there's no second guessing yourself. There's a lot less of like feeling like a failure when things aren't going exactly the way they should be, because it's not your fault, you're just doing what they told you. And that kind of brings me full circle back to Fat Loss 101. Is this is one of the big reasons that I wanted coaching to be a part of the program, and why, at least at this point, I have no intention of selling the course material separate from the coaching, is just that coaching aspect, as well as the group support aspect, I think is so invaluable for a fat loss journey or any sort of fitness journey, because that's where a lot of people get tripped up in their fitness journey, is second guessing themselves, not seeing the results that they're like expecting to see, and then giving up or switching tactics or going off the rails or whatever. Like, you could have the best programming in the world handed to you on a silver platter, but if something little goes wrong and it ends up making you second guess yourself and then quit, then what's the point? When you're not doing it all by yourself, when you can hand over that responsibility to someone else and ask them all the questions that you have and get the reassurance that you need, it becomes so much easier to execute the plan that you need to execute. So if you want to lose fat and you've been trying different programs and some of this is resonating, where you know that the personal responsibility you feel for your journey maybe some of what is stopping you from reaching your goals, then I strongly recommend looking into Fat Loss 101, because then you can just hand that responsibility over to me. And you know, if you trust me and my programming, then it makes everything a lot easier to just have the plan, read the plan, do the plan, and not think about, oh my god, am I doing something wrong? Because you know that you're not doing anything wrong if you're following the plan, because I'm here, I can answer your questions if you feel like something's going wrong, and you also hopefully know and trust that I would give you a good plan. So again, you have like a day and a half left to sign up. Registration closes on Thursday the 8th at 11:59 p.m. at PST. So if you want my help with your fat loss journey, make sure you go to fatloss101.com. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. It is dessert time. You guys know me, always gotta have a little something something for dessert. I got this brownie at the coffee shop yesterday, day before, I don't know, but this is what dessert shall be tonight. I honestly don't have high hopes for how this is gonna taste, because the coffee at the coffee shop that I got this from was not great. It doesn't feel like a great brownie, but I'm gonna give it a chance. That's a solid
5 out of 10 gluten-free brownie. The texture is not bad, but it's not great. The flavor is also not bad, but definitely not great. This will do. It's fine. And I think that is going to be it for the day. I wanted to make some tea, but we have an electric stove. We moved Airbnbs. We wanted to extend staying here for a week, and so we needed a new Airbnb. So we're at a different Airbnb, and they have an electric stove, and it takes like an hour to boil water. I don't have the patience for that, so I'm just gonna drink some regular room temperature water instead of making tea. And I think that's gonna be it for the day. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see while I am on the road. It's gonna be interesting to keep creating content while I'm driving around constantly, because our plan is like drive one day, stay one day at a place, drive the next day, stay one day at a place, and just like do that. So I'm open to thoughts, ideas, requests, etc. I will of course keep you guys updated on how I'm sticking to exercising regularly, if that happens. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal, but like I would like it to. We'll see. But my boyfriend and I are actually about to go sit down and plan that road trip, because we're leaving in like a week and haven't planned like anything other than where we're going, but we might be adding a place or two, so gotta get that done. And then we're probably just gonna go straight to bed, because honestly it's late and I would like to be asleep in like 20 minutes anyway, which is not gonna happen, but like would be nice. Anywho, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does support me on my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me, all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!